when you're, especially what I was dealing with Damascus, I was dealing with an issue of what's either it's like air hardening or what's called work hardening, where when you compress the steel, the layers of steel down into itself more and more and more, the density of the crystalline structure and the steel itself becomes harder just from the air temperature, air hardening, and the compression of it. So annealing allows for stage temperatures that you can come up and hold it at, which will help relax those stresses and within the crystalline structure and within the layers of the steel. Unlike your thermocycling, which does similar things when you're before you quench, but annealing, I usually use it before like I'm gonna add into a pattern, whether I'm gonna use my pressed dies, whether I'm going to grind in a pattern or anything in that rather than like thermocycling, which does similar stuff, but I usually only generally use it before quenching. So
And then also when you're forging it, and again, this is my understanding as well, as I've been described a dozen different ways on it from everybody who's talked about it. When you're forging the process, especially, either forging the billet out, making the billet, or forging the knife, you're going to put stress into that billet, into that steel, and you're going to have large grain and small grain. And that's part of the annealing process is to try to get that all that grain structure within that steel the same kind of basically the size when you want to
exactly.
when it's going to be relaxed, it's going to have a larger grain structure. Now, when it comes into thermal cycling, I had a guy and I bought a billet here all back